everybody, and welcome back to the World Star Battle Tournament 2. And this is Artemis, and I'll be casting Game 3 of MIT versus Prejudice. We're now in Game 3. And with me, I've got the awesome Bozo Cat.
Thank you, thank you.
And let's see what the opening comps are. So for MIT, we've got, this is MIT. Double Carrier again, double Levy again, basically the same comp actually. Akai is going to be a Plague Overlord, 5 Armor Destro opening on the Guitarist. For Prejudice, we've got again double 5 Spine Guardian, Destro again, 5 Armor, Storm Arbiter, and 2 Leviathans this time. In the last game, unfortunately, during an early push, Prejudice lost OSB, and just shy of the command center, which is a very tragic event, and then were basically not quite able to recover. They went into Scourge instead of directly countering the launches from MIT, and were not able to press that advantage, and then they basically just got outfarmed. But now, Prejudice being quite aggressive in the center, pushing on the Guitarist. Tough is lagging behind, not able to contribute much DPS, but nice stacking by Maw and Laptop Panda. Yep, Danny's still clearing up with that.
Playing a lot better than last game, much more coordinated. They're spreading versus AoEs, they're not taking unnecessary damage, they're shutting down the carriers, they're doing proper amounts of damage to the enemy team. This is what we ought to be seeing. You cannot hard counter the MIT composition any harder than it has been by this composition. So this is what we should see. They should be back at their prisms almost immediately. Yeah,
Guitarist is forced to go back and upgrade. IKK out of energy, so Prejudice does have to be a bit cautious because they're vulnerable to launches. Looks like MIT is staggering its launches a bit. I think they should be keeping saving them to do big coordinated ones, especially when IKK doesn't have any energy to storm with.
I apologize for last cast calling IKK a he. IKK is apparently a she. Thanks, Flight, for the correction. I will.
I may have done that too. Basically, I just assume that pretty much everyone who plays Star Battle is a guy, and it's pretty much a good assumption. That's the nature of video games. But yes, sorry IKK. Girls stick together. It's awesome.
Flipping in on the bottom and just sweeping across. Tough not moonwalking because he's feeling a lot of fear here.
Yep, and Maw's not able to do as much tanking. He's already in the orange. He has some shields, but IKK doesn't have any energy for backup. Oh! That was a two-ship plague, but still it's 2 ships which already are hurting really badly, and now they will have to go back.
Maw's gonna burn. He has to go home.
MIT pressing the advantage. Let's see how the levies are doing. So we're 6-6, 620 farm for Prejudice, and 590 for MIT. That initial push did get Prejudice a bit of a lead up. As for the Leviathans, Danny and Shabai. The bottom lane, Danny at 65 farm, Shabai at, I can't find you, at 64. Still even actually considering that initial launch. On the levy, Prejudice now coming out. Slowly one at a time. Maw's got bots. He's going to heal on the way. IKK focusing on more energy at this point. No lasers as of yet. OSB already going into the missile boat build for Leviathan. Very standard. Launch here on OSB. Shawi not quite as far ahead, and OSB actually was started to buy some health upgrades as well. Big push again in the middle, but again only 1 Guardian, and the Destroyer. Tough is going to have to catch up and start to tank for the team. Maw still has shields and is using bots whenever possible to heal up damage. Guitarist going back now. Already in the orange, shouldn't hang around too much longer. Zero and Anson could stay out longer with their launches, but I think they're going to go back, circle back and upgrade.
We see the DP Guardians going straight for the spines to counter the carriers. That's also a better decision than last game. So in general, we see about the same game out of MIT, but DP's stepping it up, which means we're going to have a more fun game this time.
Woohoo! More fun game equals more fun casting. Unless it's a really fun exchange for 5 minutes, and then you are left with this strange 2v2 afterwards, which takes 40 minutes. But
that's what our last game yesterday was against Dark Insight. I was very sad that they didn't want it to get casted because there was a brutal 7-ship death exchange. 7 ships died in the space of approximately 2 minutes.
Oh my
we were
goodness.
left with a 2-on-3 for the rest of the game.
Who was the caster? Who was the
There
streamer?
wasn't one. Juicer wanted to, but he wasn't official, so he got refused.
That's unfortunate.
Dark Insight was concerned about lag from the casters, so...
That's a reasonable concern, but still, that's unfortunate. It's always better, in my opinion, to have more games casted if possible, and if worst comes to worst, you kick the caster.
Yeah.
Danny suffering from launches again in the orange. No rapid regen yet, but seems like Danny's either hasn't had a chance to upgrade or is going to go back for rapid regen. Everyone's spread a little bit around the map, not a straight line. Anson went interceptors. Our 2 carriers both went interceptors, no warp in yet. Kataris has bots, just like Maw, and was able to stay out longer. And I don't really feel Tuff's presence in this game. Tuff needs to get a little bit more front and center. Laptop Panda sort of diving in there right behind Maw, able to provide Spore as well as corrosive acid support. Push.
Ooh, I got caught in corrosive.
Yep, and stopped just now, but that'll be alright. Kataris is really just trying to hold the line. No DPS really. Kataris is trying to tank for the interceptors. But it's not a Bali center for MIT. They're preferring the long range of the carriers. They also have flexibility over who they harass with them. And continuously I find Xiaoyi is sort of coming around the outside here. Sort of going around to the left of the main ball. If Xiaoyi's not careful, Prejudice at some point could cut over. But
he's got rapid regen, and because that's such a powerful upgrade, he's just winning his lane really
Yep.
badly. Laptop Panda cannot engage him; he will just die. And so that's why we see Xiaoyi pushing forward so much.
he's not feeling the fear.
Victory.
OSB warping back to the top to take back the lane. Now with rapid regen, 8 bile. Not as much, same range, not as much as, no, both levies at the top are 9 range. So they will be practicing their kiting skills. Plague on Maw by Akai, good target choice because it's going to force Maw to go back, and Maw can't even use bots without shields. IKK should be transferring a little bit to let Maw kickstart his bots when he's up there.
Akai plaguing OSB so that Xiaoyi can get back into the running. Right now, OSB is definitely winning the levy war, where he's got more bile, more regen, more energy for the regen. So anything that Akai can do to help the levies win the outside will allow them to threaten the center.
And just as a farm comparison, OSB is about 30 farm ahead of, well, now 20 farm ahead of, still 30 ahead of Xiaoyi, despite the fact of being away and upgrading. So definitely has the advantage there. And actually, the overall farm, let's see what it is, Bozo. Relatively even at this point, with a slight advantage towards Prejudice. And the high farmers are on the MIT side, so it just shows you a little bit more disparity towards the levies, but that's to be expected. Katarist pushing against Laptop Panda, but now we've got all 3 ships, Danny, Laptop Panda, and Tuff engaged against Katarist and Corrosive Acid. Following up, Maw warping in. This could be a kill right here. Storm here, Katarist down to 500 health. Prejudice is going to go for the kill.
Interrupted and he dies.
Now, Prejudice previously lost a ship on an exchange. Now, are they going to be greedy? Or are they going to go for the kill? Looks like they're going for Akai, the Overlord, Danny, and Maw together. The rest of Prejudice is ready to cut up. Maw turns into the ball, takes a bit more damage. Xiaoyi coming in from the side, but not able to really do much. Overall, Prejudice looking very good. Yellow across the board, but no one's in particular amount of danger. Carriers launching what they can, but they're currently out. Xiaoyi should be jumping in to tank at this point. Looks like Shabai may be going down, or is Prejudice going to... They're past the towers. There goes Shabai.
Very aggressive style.
Very aggressive. Now, Prejudice Maz has to pull back at this point. And getting a shield transfer from IKK.
He's botting and being shield transferred.
Yep, and IKK has plenty of shield transfer to give. So Do Prejudice was able to get those kills without a reprisal. And looking at the score, come on guys, show the UI. There we go, thank you OSB. So 3 ships in that one exchange. Excellent series of pushes by Do Prejudice. Now this is a bit more the opposite case from the last game. Now MIT has their backs to the wall, and they're going to have to figure out what to do. They do have options. They have energy denied, they have 2 carriers, they have Texas, but still this is looking rather dire. And I don't believe, do they still have their levy? Where's Xiaoyi?
Xiaoyi's up on the top
Okay.
lane. They do have their levy.
They have DPS, energy deny, and a means of holding somebody in place with 2 Texas. So something could still happen for them. But it's still 3 ships down. Not good.
It looks very dire. DP would have to make a very, very bad mistake to lose at this point.
Yep.
He turns on Xiaoyi. He's like, I can win this game myself.
He's like, I could be a Shipig. The Shipig from Eclipses who often kills people without knowing. Now, actually, he's going in pretty deep. Looks like, and actually, MIT's not even really trying to push that hard. Starting to go up, but OSB has energy for rapid regen.
If Ensign 2D were in the area, they could apply a lot of hurt to OSB, but
Yep.
he's off farming. Get back, man. Capitalize.
Ma warping in to try to capitalize on that. DP wasn't quite fast enough to take advantage.
There's the mothership.
Warping in between the towers and the mothership, very gutsy.
Dies.
And it pays off. OSB may? No, he's still got 3,000 health. But not enough for rapid regen, so pulling back a bit. DP's going to take that top tower. Very gutsy. Warping, daring to warp in behind the towers. But they had the advantage at this point. I was saying, yeah, NA is rather brawly, and this is sort of an example of what NA is like. Basically. So, there's the GG. And this was the best of 3 series in the 16. This is MIT versus Do Prejudice. So, Do Prejudice moves on to the quarterfinals. And I'm not sure against whom at this point. They're going to move on to the quarterfinals against Red Lions from EU. This is Artemis Casting, and with me, the awesome textual and vocal technical co-caster, BozoCat.
Thank you. GG!
GG! Woohoo! And everyone, this is Swarm of Hearts. Don't forget to donate at justgiving.com/swarmofhearts. And we will catch you all for the next game.